What's up guys, Lou here, and it is time for the long-awaited room tour video, or desk tour, or setup, or gaming setup, whatever you want to call it. You guys have asked for it over and over again for like a month, and so it's about time that we head inside the office behind this door and get a better look at how I work and how I live. Let's check it out. Let's get started. So here is my office from left to right. You can see my desk over there. That's probably the first thing that's going to surprise you, is just how big my desk is. It's actually sort of a custom setup. I'll get there in a quick second, but first let's start on the left side of the room. So over here is where my bathroom is. It's a pretty straightforward bathroom, except it's got a big huge bathtub in it. But that's not why you guys came to this room tour. It's nice having a bathroom hooked up to my office though, because I don't have to leave for any reason. Now over here on this side table, I got a bunch of controllers, remotes. I even got some 3D glasses. Those are active 3D glasses for my television. And then you can see even up there, there's the PS3 keyboard that hooks up to your controller for inputting text in a more efficient manner. We have the remote control for the PS3. There's also the Logitech G27 race wheel, which has the pedals, the whole nine, real professional feel on here. Got it hooked up to this little table. I pull that out when I'm going to be playing games on my TV, which is actually on the other side of the room, and I'll tell you more about that in a quick second. But first, on the couch, you probably get a look at my MacBook Air. Now this is the 13-inch MacBook Air. You've probably seen it unboxed on the channel. If you haven't, links to everything I talk about are going to be probably in the annotations as well as down in the description. I'm going to try and make it easy for you to navigate through the items if you want to know more information about each one. But I keep that MacBook Air on the couch. It's the Core i7, by the way. I keep that baby on the couch for browsing, chilling. You know, I actually prefer sitting back with the MacBook Air as opposed to like a tablet, even though I have a lot of them, because sometimes I want to get a little bit of work done, and this makes it easy for using Twitter, and you know, anytime you got to input text, it's a little bit better than a tablet. So as we move along left to right here, this is the left side of my desk, and I should probably talk about my desk before I get into too many of the gadgets that are on there. This is a custom job that I actually put together. In fact, this desk is supposed to be a production desk for a studio, a music studio. And what I did is took out the internal portion that is supposed to be used for putting in mixing boards and audio equipment. And I got these pieces of wood custom cut in here, put this metal trim on here as well. And as you can see, it comes with these nice leather pads here for where your wrists rest. I really love this desk. I think it's like 10 feet long, maybe more. But it allows for me to get all my gadgetry up on the desk so I don't have to be feeling like I'm missing anything at all. The next thing I want to talk about is my chair. Now this chair is actually pretty exciting. I know you guys are probably like, why is he telling me about a chair when he's got all that beauty up on the desk? Well, the reason I'm telling you about this chair is because I sit in it all day. And if I didn't sit in it all day, then you wouldn't have much content to look at. And this is called the Herman Miller Embody chair, arguably the best chair in the world, I guess you could argue. At least the price would argue that. And on the back here, this section here sort of mimics your spine. And you can probably get a better idea of that if you look at the little bend here. But it actually gives you a little bit of flexibility and makes it real comfortable for sort of long sessions where you're editing video or you know, browsing the web or anything like that. Super adjustable as well, not cheap. I didn't do a video on this. If you guys want to know more about this, let me know in the comment section. But really a nice chair that lets me do what I do. Now let's get to some of the gadgetry up on this big, huge desk over here. We'll start left to right. On the left-hand side, you've got my iPad 2. Got YouTube open on there. It's in an OtterBox case. I believe it is called the Defender. Once again, I'll put a link, so if I get anything wrong, click on the link and you can learn more information. The stand that's included, that it's standing on here, is also a part of the case, so it's actually a cool package. I'll put a link to that in the description as well as in the annotations. This is a Core i7 27-inch iMac. Now you're probably saying, dude, what's up on the screen? That doesn't look like your regular iMac, and that's because it isn't. It's got an adapter hooked up to it. Now you can see that little white box back there from Belkin, which I also did a video on. And that box allows you to input an HDMI device, in this case the PlayStation 3, into your nice 27-inch display that your iMac has. So I've got the PlayStation menu on here that you guys can take a look at, and it sort of allows you to use your nice big display as a TV if you want to, and that's what's going on over here. You got the badass pink PS3 controller over here. There's a better look at it. Yeah, if you guys know how to rock out, you know to go for the pink. And then on the table, there is the regular Apple wireless keyboard, followed by the Magic Trackpad, and they're hooked up with, I believe, what's called the Magic Wand from 12 South. So this whole unit here is portable. They're on top of this pad here. They're actually taped down with double-sided tape so they don't come off. You can use them from the couch, spin the TV, and sort of lie on the couch over here. Not TV, iMac, I should say. You can spin the iMac and lie on the couch if you want to use it that way. And over here, I got a set of headphones lined up. Those are the Beats, Power Beats, I believe they're called. They hook around the outside of your ear. They're for athletics and things like that. And then there's a little charger there in the back for the PS3 controllers, at least 2 PS3 controllers. But what's cool is the way I've got this PS3 mounted up on the twist dock. This thing here is called the twist dock, in case you're wondering. It also charges some controllers on the back side. You see over there. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get you a look at everything here, but if you need to know more information, as I said earlier, it's all about the description on this video. It's kind of an epic video in terms of the proportion of it. I mean, I gotta cover a lot of things, but anyways, so a lot of places to charge up PS3 controllers. Up here is the PlayStation Vita in its dock, followed by the Nintendo 3DS. That's sort of the little mobile gaming station over there. Some of my favorite headphones in the world also reside up in this location. The Sony XB500s, lots of bass, really comfortable. Get a little bit warm after extended usage, but most people who follow the channel know that I love those headphones. Check them out. I've actually got a PC over here as well. Got to give the PC people some love, right? This is a ThinkPad, the T400S, and I use this for, you know, some web development stuff where I want to check how the site looks on the Windows side of things. Also for some Android stuff like rooting my phones and messing around with a little bit of development. A little bit easier to do on the PC. Nice to have one. I've got a mouse hooked up to it. This is called the Logitech Marathon mouse, and the reason it's called that is because it lasts for a really long time on a single battery. I believe like 2 years or something. The next thing you're going to see down here on the desk are 2 phones. There's the new Galaxy Nexus, and then to the left of it, the Nexus S, which is my old phone. I keep both of them around. This one sort of as a backup right now. Both have ice cream sandwich, so they're still both really good phones. What else do I have to cover? Well, my microphone. A lot of people ask about my microphone. This is brought to you by ADK. Now, it is not a standard USB microphone. Instead, it uses a traditional XLR cable for connecting. I'll pull that out. I'll give you guys a closer look at that. Hold up. Oh, gee. Let me see if I can get that. Uses a traditional XLR style cable. I'll put that down for now. And that plugs into an audio interface, which is hidden back here. And you probably won't be able to see it. It's hidden back there in the desk. And that interface allows you to take any XLR input, guitar input, whether it be for vocals or instruments, etc., and record. And I like that because it actually has really high quality analog to digital converters, slightly better than what some of the USB mics are offering. So I'm really happy about my mic and audio interface setup. The audio interface is called the Apogee 1. Once again, I got a video for that on the channel as well if you want to check that out. Let's continue moving along. Holy smokes, there's so much stuff to cover here, but I'm gonna try and fit it all into one video because I know if I split it up, you guys will be yelling at me like, oh my god, I want it all in one video. I don't want to have to go click another video, another view, anything like that. So I'm going to fit it all in here. I'm just going to take my time, make sure I cover everything. So here is, I guess, my pride and joy, my MacBook Pro, quad core, 2.3 gigahertz. It has 16 gigs of RAM, which I recently installed. If you haven't seen that installation video, you can go check it out. It's also got an SSD, a Vertex 3 SSD, which is really speedy. And then in the optical drive bay, I have replaced the optical drive with the standard hard drive that shipped with it using an adapter. So it's got lots of storage and lots of speed from the SSD side of things. Didn't really need the optical drive all the time. So if you look to the right over here, I have the external optical drive for the MacBook Air anyways. If I need one, I can just plug that baby into the MacBook Pro and I'll be good to go. Another wireless keyboard from Apple, followed by a Logitech MX Performance MX mouse. Probably my favorite mouse in the world right now. I love this mouse. Lots of buttons, very comfortable. And that's on top of a SteelSeries mouse pad that I really enjoy as well. Never made a video on that before. This MacBook Pro is hooked up to a 23-inch Samsung monitor. And this Samsung monitor is actually on an arm. It's hooked up to a cool extension arm. And that allows me to pull the monitor out towards my seating area, depending on what I'm working on. Sometimes I like to have it close, sometimes further away, but it really allows me to adjust my workspace so that it's not always the same. And that's kind of a good thing when you're, sitting down for extended periods, to sort of move around a little bit so you don't go crazy in one spot. So anyways, that's nice that it can be adjusted. I usually keep it above the MacBook Pro. I keep some of my social networking stuff open on the MacBook Pro, and then whatever else I'm working on, Final Cut or anything like that, usually goes up onto the Samsung monitor. Oh man, I need to catch a breath. This is too much. Let's keep it moving though. We'll move over to the right side of the desk. You're going to notice another screen, just a sort of standard Dell screen here. I think it is 23 inches as well. And I've actually got the little miniature OnLive console hooked up to this screen at the moment. And here's the OnLive controller as well. I'm still testing that system out. We've also got the Modern Warfare 3 Xbox 360 Special Edition console hooked up to this TV as well. And of course, the matching controllers are down here. We got the Sony 3D goggles. What's the model name? The HMZ-T1P. This was a really cool video. You guys should definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Basically, you wear these things and they sort of emulate what it would be like to be in front of a really huge 3D display, but they do so by sitting on your head. You can plug in any console into their PS3, Xbox, or any HDMI source and get that cool effect. So those are really cool. Once again, check out that video for more information on that particular setup. I've got a couple of tablets over here. There's the Galaxy Tab 10.1 up top, and then the ePad Transformer Prime from Asus, which I recently unboxed, and I'm actually still evaluating, so that's why I still have it in the box at the moment. There's the Amazon Kindle Fire up above there. That Super Drive that I mentioned, that's the regular portable Super Drive with a 1 TB portable hard drive on top of it, used for just moving data around and whatnot. And then you can see one of my 2 Logitech speakers, which sit on either side of my MacBook Pro. I can't remember the model name at the moment, but I'll put a link on the screen right now if you want to check out more info on them. I really do like them. You get a lot of bass. They do have a subwoofer, that's why. So it's a 2.1 system. The subwoofer is sitting underneath the desk somewhere. I'm not going to go searching for it right now. That would be just far too ambitious. Now, one more thing I missed in the middle here are the Astro A40s. They're on a cool headphone stand from Astro as well. And they've got the mix amp associated with them too. A nice little mix amp there. I haven't done a video on these actually. If you guys want to see more info on these or what I think of them, let me know once again down in the description, or in the comments, sorry. Like everything else, like anything that catches your attention here. Now up on the top shelf, I've got the Steve Jobs book, which I haven't started reading yet. I really do want to. A couple of collector's knives there. I've also got some business cards there. that I do enjoy. On the side of this TV here, this little Dell TV, I've got some Beats Studios, which I use from time to time. A couple of my watches, including the Vestal Observer, and this is just a nano watch inside of the, I believe that's the Lunatic. That's right, that's the Lunatic watch strap. And up along back here, we've got the Dyson Airblade, I believe it's called, and that is a really cool high-tech turbine style fan. I actually did a video on it as well if you want to know more information. That is a top of the line fan. You know, you gotta just sort of match everything up in the setup. You gotta stay cool while you're working on all this content for you guys to watch. So as we move over to the right here in the corner, you can catch a look at my tripod and a couple of guitars I have, and I even got a samurai sword back there, just in case anybody wants to run up in the joint and try and snag anything from me. Did I mention I have a Starbucks cup over there too? Yeah, I want to cover everything, make sure you guys really get to know how I live in here. But I've got a cool magnetic adapter on top of my tripod for sort of quick release on and off. You know, this little locking mechanism. Because I'm constantly onto the tripod, off the tripod, doing different things with my camera. I'm going to cover more information on how I shoot my videos in another video because there's just too much to cover in this particular video. So let me know if you guys are interested in a production tour. This is where everything gets produced, in this room here. But before I go in there, I'm going to show you my television. You may or may not have seen information on it before. It is a 55-inch Samsung LED backlit television, really super thin. I really like it, 3D, everything like that. Once again, if you want to know more about it, I'll put a link. I put a custom LED lighting system underneath it and on the sides of it, and it changes color. This, obviously, the effect of this is more major when there's less light in the room, but impressive nonetheless. You can freeze it on a specific color if you want. I'll give you a better look around the side here. You can get an idea of how I line those up. So there's one along top and one along the bottom. So yeah, you can either rotate colors or stay on one, and it comes into this room here in terms of cables. I put a hole in the wall and all the cables come into this room here. And this is where sort of things get a little bit messy, but this is the nerve center. This is what allows everything to operate on the outside on that TV. I've got all my cables coming through right here. A little bit messy, you guys know how it is. This power supply here, actually when you turn off the television, it has a master port which also turns off the LED lighting system, so they go on and off together, which is cool. All the games are sort of stacked in here as best as I could fit them. Lots of PS3 games, mostly PS3 games. You guys probably want to get a closer look at some of the titles in there. I'll give a little pan across so you can get an idea of the different titles that are up in here. Some that I play more often. I'm loving some racing games right now and stuff like that, but you can get an idea. Up above there is where I keep some boxes, some stuff that I recently unboxed or been working on, or just some boxes that are still hanging around. There's also some headphones up here. You may remember these Marshalls, some Sonys, lots of different headphones. These ones are from the Saints Row Special Edition. I'll probably give those away. I don't use those too often. Let me know if you want to try and win those or something in a contest, something along those lines. Now, down on the bottom side here, we've got a couple of consoles. We've got the Gears of War 3 console, special edition with the matching controllers, which are outside on that side table. Here's the BenQ Joy-B GP2 little portable projector, which I use for blowing up the games on a bigger wall if I want to take it downstairs or something like that. It's also got the iPhone dock and a regular HDMI port, so you can really interface with this thing in a number of ways. Blow up your source, your HDMI source, to 160 inches. So really cool thing when you get a lot of people over or something like that. Here is the other side of the Astro gaming headset setup. That's what you need to interface to send signal to that mix amp. And then we've got the old school Fat Boy PS3 over here. It's got the module on it for interfacing with the PS3 wireless headset as well. Down below there, we got more stuff. A little bit of cable spaghetti, but it's tough to wire all this stuff up. Some Nintendo 3DS games over on the left. You probably want to catch a better look over there. Followed by a limited number of Xbox 360 titles. This box here, well, on the top, I'll cover that first. That's the AverMedia Game Capture HD for recording gameplay footage, which I haven't done a ton of yet, haven't had much time to do. Below that is a custom computer that I built, PC, which I use as a server. It's got a couple terabytes in there of storage and a mini ITX motherboard, and it works as a network server for some data and stuff like that. I've got some official game guides over here, a number of different ones, and then there's a random copy of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on top of there. And then over to the right is what's called a DNS 323 from D-Link, which is another storage device. There's, I believe, 4 terabytes of storage in there, two 2-terabyte hard drives. So once again, just more backup, network backup for all my content that I've produced and stuff like that. On the bottom here, I've got something pretty boring. My laser printer. It's the Lexmark E120N network printer. Pretty boring stuff, like I said before. I don't do a ton of printing, but it's nice to have it networked, so I don't have to have it right beside the computer. Here's the iCade. This is an iPad arcade. Once again, you guys can check out more information on that in another video, the original video. But it basically allows you to play old school Atari titles and stuff with the traditional control scheme on your iPad. Above that is my battle tank, my RC battle tank, which shoots airsoft bullets. You can see a PlayStation Move sharpshooter in the back, leaning up against the wall, and a Street Fighter fight stick, which doesn't get a ton of use, but got it there nonetheless. So as we move out of this section here, which took a while, oh, you can see up on the wall here, I got my TrekPod GoPro. It's a monopod slash tripod kind of system. Not going to go into a ton of detail on that right now. We're already at 22 minutes. And this was from the Lord of the Rings Collector's Edition. You've got the map in here, which actually looks like a couple of arrows. Pretty cool thing nonetheless. And that takes me to some of my more commemorative items from special editions of games and stuff like that. Most of them live up here. Some are in other parts of the house. As you can see, there's stuff from Skyrim, from Uncharted, Killzone. You see the Killzone dude is rocking the PlayStation headset, the wireless PlayStation headset, which is convenient to just sort of pull off of him every so often if I want to use that headset. We got Batman, Gran Turismo, Gears of War, lots of stuff represented up on this top shelf. There's also a pair of Tritons hanging out over here. These are the 5.1 surround headset. They've actually got a bunch of physical speakers in each ear cup. So it's not an emulation. It's actually legit number of speakers, 5.1 representation. As we move over here, this is actually the production section. I got a few things laid out on the table right now. These are different prizes and stuff that are going to be given away. You guys probably know about the giveaways. If you don't yet, get on them because I'm giving away a lot of stuff over here. If you want to know more about my production setup, how it all works and stuff like that, I'm going to save that for another video only because this video is going on and on so long already. So if you guys want to know more information about how I produce my videos, like and favorite this video and leave a comment, and then I'll know you guys want to know more information. Down here I've got a music production device called The Machine from Native Instruments for making beats and stuff like that. I haven't used it yet. My brother actually gave it to me, so I'm going to hook that up and check it out real soon. I got a bunch of cables chilling over there, pretty ugly stuff. I gotta go through all of those. And I think I may have covered everything in this room right now. That was pretty intimidating, but I think I covered it. Also games, gaming stuff, systems, all feed through the wall over here, out to my flat panel out here, which has a Beast Feed logo on it right now, by the way. That's my second channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, I'll put a link and annotation probably up over top of the Beast Feed logo so you can visit that channel. I got a couple things charging down here. The battery for my HX9V camera, which is the one I'm using to shoot this right now, as well as the battery for my Canon 60D, which I use for the vast majority of my unboxings. It has a nice articulating LCD, which makes it perfect for that. I forgot to mention my nice samurai dude that my brother picked up for me, I believe in China. He's up on the wall there, framed. Pretty cool picture. It kind of has like a scroll feel to it. But anyway, guys, I think I pretty much covered everything in this room for now. I tried to go in depth as much as I could, you know, without making the video turn into an hour-long affair or anything like that. This has been 25 minutes, and I think I did an okay job of describing the majority of items. Now, not everything is always set up like this on a daily basis. Some stuff has been placed out for the purpose of this video, but most things live in the position that they're in right now that you guys are witnessing. If you have any questions about anything covered in this video, then definitely leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Lots of new content on the way, new products getting covered all the time. And specifically, if there's something in the setup that you want to know more information about, leave a comment identifying whichever item that is. And if I get enough requests to look at an item more in depth, I'll definitely do that. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me for this very first room tour. I'll update this setup from time to time, so if I do, I'll probably do another room tour as well to show you guys what updates have been made. Otherwise, I think that's it for now. I'll probably end this video with a cool montage of some of the different angles, some of the different looks on this setup. So anyway, guys, until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Oh, remember to like and favorite, and let's do this again. All right, later, guys.